In continuation of Sound Foundation for Babies, today I'm going to talk about the strategies, activities, and goals for week 3. Starting with auditory goals, the most important goal is wear time. What do I mean by wear time? By this time, your baby should be wearing the sound processor throughout the waking hours without any break. The baby should have accepted the device, and you have also accepted the device and put on it to the baby throughout the day so that the baby can listen. So that is the first goal, the responsibility of yours to check. Second goal is 6 sound test. Now you should be able to do a 6 sound test to check if your baby is listening, if your baby has auditory access to the brain. What is 6 sound test? This is called Ling's 6 sound test because these sounds were devised by Dr. Daniel Ling. This is a very simple, practical and short test to check that your sound processor is working and the baby is listening, the batteries are fine, everything is okay. So how do you do that? I will explain to you, but why are we doing this to check? You have to understand that we don't know if the baby can hear. We put off the sound processor, but there might be some issue and the baby cannot hear. And the baby is removing the sound processor and you don't know why. So checking this can tell you that if the baby can listen to all 6 sounds, can do the detection of all 6 sounds, then it means the baby can hear every phoneme of your language. Notice that these are speech sounds. There are 3 consonants and 3 vowels, and all these cover different frequencies of speech, so different phonemes of the language. So that means it covers the whole speech zone in which we can hear. These sounds are A, U, E, Sh, S, M. You can see some sounds are loud and some sounds are soft. Now before you start testing, you have to have a kit, a 6 sound kit. What is that? These sounds have to be associated with some toys, because if you just say at this stage, the baby will not pay attention to the sound because it is no meaning for that baby and it is not relevant for that baby. So therefore the babies play through toys, so we are using toys. So for these 6 sounds, the 6 toys will be, for A, it can be a sheep, Ba, or an aeroplane. For E, it can be a car, where you say beep, beep. For example, you say Ba, Ba, so there is A highlighted. Then you say beep, beep, so E is highlighted. For U, you will have engine, where you say Coo, so U is highlighted. Then for Sh, you will have a doll, and you'll put the doll to sleep and say shh, baby sleeping, don't make noise. For S, you can have a snake picture or a snake toy, and you say snake comes, hiss. Okay, I'll give you an example how to do that. Not all 6 sounds, but let's see 2 sounds. You will put the toy in a bag or in a box, and you will talk to the baby naturally, in conversational level. You will say, look what I've got in my bag. I've got a car. And the car goes beep, beep. Pause and wait. Look for baby's reaction. Baby will try to open the bag and see what is this. And then you say, yes, there's a car. Red big car. And it says beep, beep. See how the car goes, beep, beep. And then you give the car to the baby to play. While baby is playing with the car, you are giving the repetition of E in different short sentences. And then you say, I have an engine also. Come out, engine. Come out. The engine says, ooh. There is the engine. It's a blue engine. And the engine says, ooh. So you are giving low frequency, high frequency, soft, loud, the different contrast of sounds, and you play with these toys with the child and talk naturally, and the sounds associated which you will give. So this way you can play with all 6 toys, and then the child will be familiar with these 6 sounds. So next time you do the test, you give the block to the baby and say, and put the block down, and tell the baby also to put the block down. So this way you will use 6 sounds. A, U, E, sh, s, m. When you are doing you can have a toy ice cream or a picture of ice cream which is in your kit. And then you take that and you say, yum, yum. So the M sound is highlighted in that. So you just play with the toys. Okay, so then come to the receptive language goals. The receptive language goals are that the child should be able to understand some common words and common phrases which are being used throughout the day in different activities. For example, no, no. Bye-bye, hi, I want more, do you want, give me, fell down. All these are which will be used throughout the day, and the baby should start understanding some of the words and phrases. Coming to expressive language goals, we don't expect much words in language from the child at this level, but we should look for communication attempt. The child will start pointing and doing gesture and nodding or shaking to explain that the child wants or likes or not, and that is expressive language. Mainly what we are looking at this stage is vocalization. Varied vocalization and spontaneous vocalization. So when the child is pointing, the child is vocalizing also, trying to give some pattern perception, some combination of vowels and consonants. The child might say da-da, child might say de-de, child say nya-nya. So the child is trying to say the words which may not be exactly very clear at this stage. So when you are doing these common words of expressive language also, you to check that the child has the receptive language, you will use lot of questions, and to check that the child develops some words to say, you will use lot of repetitions, but meaningful repetitions. Coming to speech goals, at this stage we are looking for some consonants of voiced and unvoiced like b and p. The child should be articulating, producing almost all the vowels but few consonants. And this week we are going to give bombardment of M also, nasal sound. So all these goals can be achieved and attained through different activities, which will be the activities you are using throughout the day with your baby. The first is daily routine activities, whatever you are doing with the baby. Second is playing with the toys with the baby. Third is reading a book or sharing a book of pictures with the baby. And the fourth is singing. We need a lot of singing at this stage to get auditory attention of the child, and the child to understand that our voice is not flat and there's a lot of intonation in our voice. We call it motherese. So what song you are going to use thinking about singing? I recommend that you use any song from the vernacular language, the home language of the child. But if you are teaching in English, I can give you one example. I got a picture of a bumblebee. Now this is to reinforce B sound and introduce the nasal M. So here you point to the picture and you can sing. I caught a bumblebee, bumblebee, bumblebee. I caught a bumblebee, my mom is proud of me. So there's you should do lot of rhythm, gestures, swaying to get the attention, animation to make it fun, and repetition. Then coming to the books, I said that we should do bombardment of M. You can pick up any book which has some M sounds and you're going to highlight that M sound to get attention to input. For example, I picked up this book. The name of the book is All by Myself. So there is only one ma here and you see how I am taking ma to a bombardment. All by myself. I can button my dress, I can button my dress, all by myself, all by myself. I can brush my hair, I can brush my hair, I can brush my hair, all by myself, myself. And the next page, and you can go to I can wear my socks, I can wear my socks all by myself. Myself, I can't find the socks, but you can say that here. So, all by myself, I can wear my socks all by myself. I can wear my shoes, I can tie my shoes all by myself. You notice in this there is a lot of repetition and most of the 6 sounds also I am incorporating here. So there is an interaction, there is synchronization of the 6 sounds and by other bombardment of speech codes which is happening. So if you read these books and songs, sing songs, the child will pay attention to you because it will be fun. He will or she will enjoy it. So next time I will talk about more learning to listen sounds. Why do we say bo bo and why do we say ba ba for the sheep and the dog and all that. So that I will talk about in the next session. Thank you. And if you have any questions, I remind you to write in the comment section.